So,
I'm excited. I'm just amped up for Vegas. I can't wait. I fly out tomorrow, just ready to go. Get that WrestleMania vibe.
okay, so you're going on Thursday.
Yep.
The show's on Saturday?
Yes.
Is it only one night?
No, it's Saturday and Sunday.
So,
and there are events, like there are these conventions that go on. And going to meet up with some people I know because the whole wrestling community thing, spend a week out there. You got to spend a week out there. Because I used to go Saturday, fly in Saturday when the show was just on Sunday. I'd leave Monday. But it's like, no, it's a whole week. You go see people, catch up with people, the whole wrestling community.
It's like
together.
the Super Bowl of wrestling.
Yes, absolutely.
Why do they split into 2 nights?
Because they found out it would have been, so we're at WrestleMania 41, right around WrestleMania 35, they realized that they can't have somebody sit in a stadium for 9 hours. And they had a show that you could get into the stadium at 4, and it ended at like 1 in the morning. And that's just too much. So they decided to split it into 2 nights of 4 hours each.
2 separate tickets?
Yes, 2 separate tickets. But they do these combo packages so you sit in the same seat. You can sit in the same seat if you want to go to both nights. So we have we being Mike Riley, Joe Murray, and Andy Wong. We have a suite. We have a 4-person suite at the Raiders Stadium.
That sounds pretty fancy.
Yeah, we have comfy chairs.
How'd you guys afford all that?
It's a loose way of putting it. I would say that I have a friend with the Raiders who took good care of us.
Nice. So it's just you, Joe Murray, Andy Wong, the owner of the Kowloon.
Yep.
Who's the 4th?
Sarge.
And Sarge.
Yeah, Mike Riley.
The 4 of you in a luxury box.
Yes.
And you're the only 4 in the luxury box?
Yes.
Or you just have 4 tickets in a luxury box?
It's tiered. So there's a row of 4 in front of us. There's us. There's like a row of 4 next to us and us. It's all separate off. It's catered. The only thing we have to pay for is booze.
You have a problem with Mike Riley? With Sarge?
For the show's sake, I always downplay it. But no, Mike and I are good friends.
Okay.
Mike was my intern back in the Wallach and Dickerson days. That's how far back Mike Riley and I have known each other. But I play it up for the show. Yeah.
All right. How is the state of wrestling? How are they looking?
It's good from a business point of view. They got $1 billion from Netflix for their TV rights. They got $1 billion from NBC Universal for their SmackDown show. CW Network is paying a stupid amount of money for a Tuesday show. YouTube is paying them a bunch of money from a business point of view. Business has never been better. I think there's a good amount of buzz around the product, although right now it's looking like this is going to be the lowest attended WrestleMania since 22.
Why?
And it's 50,000 people because the price point is too high. The price
it's not
point,
going to sell out?
It's not going to sell out. They could get 75, I think, in there for wrestling. And right now, I think they're at 51,000 for each night.
What's the pricing?
At one point, the get-in price was $1,000. That has lowered now
for
to
each night.
Yes, that is lowered now to about $5. Probably Saturday, you'll be able to get in for like $200. So there's a chance that they get 60, 65,000, but it'll be a walk-up crowd.
Who's the biggest star in wrestling right now?
Regularly, it's Cody Rhodes, who's the son of Dusty Rhodes. He's their champion. They have The Rock is probably going to appear. That's one of the questions on the prop bets because John Cena just turned into a villain on wrestling. He did so about a month ago. So he's the villain going in for the conquering hero, Cody Rhodes, who's the champion. And the big story leading into it is, can John Cena, as a villain character now, win championship number 17, which would be a quote-unquote record for WWE?
17?
17 times, yeah.
Cena is favored -210 to defeat Rhodes and win the undisputed WWE Championship. Who do you like?
I like John Cena to win.
Why?
Because for the story to fit and just turning villain, he has to win this thing. He just has to for the story to continue on going forward because he's aligned himself with The Rock. And there's a story, too, with Cody losing after a year and then going away for a little bit and coming back and chasing to try and reclaim the championship. But there are matchups over the summer. If Cena's the champion, that would be a big switch because John Cena's been a good guy for 20 years and he's fought all these other competitors like Randy Orton. Bob Orton Sr. is his father. He was with the one with the cast. There's a CM Punk story where they've switched good guy, bad guy. So there are a lot of different stories that they could do with Cena as a villain.
Alex writes in, look at Felger pretending to care about any of this. I don't care about any of this. I'm not pretending anything. I'm just being a host and setting up my guest on a topic.
Here's the thing with Felger is I did a WrestleMania post-game show one night. I think it was the night that the Bruins traded for Taylor Hall. So Felger switches on the station. I think he's leaving NBC Sports Boston. He switches on the station. The next day he comes in, goes, I don't know what the fuck you were talking about, but it sounded really good and convincing. I'm like, oh, that's a great compliment. I'll take that.
But listen, I can get into anything. I don't consider this sports, so but
It's
whatever.
Sports entertainment, brother.
What's your best bet beyond you like Cena?
I like Cena.
What's your best bet any of these other straight up matches?
I would say Jey Uso to beat Gunther for the Raw World Heavyweight Championship. So there are 2 heavyweight championships because there are 2 main shows, Raw and SmackDown. So Cody is the SmackDown champion, but Gunther is the Raw champion. So I think Jey Uso takes.
Why?
Because he's got the fan momentum. It's kind of like his time. Like he's been doing it for a long time. He won the Royal Rumble match. There's just a lot of fan momentum going for Jey Uso right now. And
Prop
so he's
bets.
due for it.
Will Stone Cold Steve Austin appear during WrestleMania? How old is he?
57.
Okay.
I think he's 57.
And what would he do?
So if Stone Cold were to appear on the show, I believe it would be to help Cody Rhodes retain the championship. Right? Stone Cold is doing all these meet and greets over the weekend. He lives in Vegas. So if he appears on the show, it's probably to make sure that The Rock, who is also a villain right now, doesn't help Cena win the championship. So if Steve Austin appears, it's to help Cody Rhodes retain the championship.
Can I ask you what it means to be a villain, just quickly? Like,
so the wrestling term is heel.
yeah, but what does that mean? So, but what do you represent? Why are you a bad guy? How did
It all depends on the character. So John Cena is a bad guy now because
what do you do?
The fans, when he was a good guy and he was trying to do everything right, he's telling you that the fans booed me. They rejected me at different points of time. So now he's like, fuck you. I'm a bad guy. I'm being selfish now because I did for 20 years. I did everything for you, the fans. And that's the basis of the John Cena heel character, villain character.
Will The Rock appear during WrestleMania?
So I think yes.
Why would he not?
Because he's gotta be in John Cena's corner and help John Cena win the title. But it's a legit prop bet because The Rock hasn't been on TV since February 1st when John Cena initially made the villain turn. I just use villain and bad guy because I don't assume that everybody knows what a heel is.
No, I understand what a heel is. Is there like a?
But the audience might not. That's
just what defines the heel? Do they go to a manager who's clearly a bad guy? Do they go to like the evil team? Do they
sometimes it's all like character based. It's not like, so when you were watching wrestling as a Ute in the old AWA, if you were a bad guy like Nick Bockwinkel, you'd line up with Bobby the Brain Heenan. And that was like the sign that like, oh, he's a bad guy because he's with Bobby Heenan.
Right.
Now it's a little bit different where a shred of truth, like the fans wronging somebody, could turn them into a bad guy. In this case, they made it clear. The Rock is a bad guy, and John Cena is now aligning with The Rock.
Will Tom Brady appear during WrestleMania?
So I think yes, because he's with the Raiders ownership group. Gronk might be there. He's actually hosting an after party that I'm going to. So there's a good chance that Gronk and Tom Brady will be at WrestleMania.
You're going to a Rob Gronkowski after party?
Yeah, going to a nightclub. After
which one? Where?
It's the Live. Is there a Live nightclub? It's some beach party. I have all the information, but Gronk and Flo Rida are hosting an after WrestleMania party.
Of course they are.
So WWE basically bought up this club. And so if you want to go to the club Thursday night, there's wrestlers there. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So we're going to the after. I have to dress up club attire. So I'm open to ideas to help me dress for club attire. Because right now,
you don't have anything.
I don't. I'm not that person.
No.
Like I had the great people at Mr. Sid's fit me for a suit, but I'm not wearing a suit to a club. Right?
Why not?
Too much, maybe?
If it's a stylish kind of suit, no.
Like right now I have, like, I might bring the suit just in case, but right now it's like, it's dress shoes, it's black pants, and like a comfortable short sleeve.
Are you paying for that, or you got it inside? You got a little,
Chase Stu's got some people.
How many ringside barriers will be broken? Over, under 2.5?
So I would go over on that, because there are a lot of, in the same way about the tables prop bet that's coming up, there's going to be a lot of running around ringside, throwing people into things, no holds barred matches, all that stuff. So I would go over on that.
How many tables will be broken? Over, under 5.5? Now, this just used to be, will the Spanish language table go down? Now they've changed the prop.
They've changed it to, it's everybody's, because they have multiple tables down there.
How many tables are down there? Like,
there's 3 announce tables, and then they pull them out from under the ring, or they rebuild the announce tables. So, I mean, it's a safe bet to go over with 5.5.
What color gear will John Cena wear? Orange, green, yellow, red, Vegas Raiders theme.
So I assume it's going to be Vegas Raiders gear because he always usually does it to the hometown.